like a lot of cheese. I got the dialect of dairy in my diary. I'm from a lactose intolerance community. I wanna circulate the units in the unity. The continuity of opportunity for stacking bands. Opportunity to stack the figures with your family. I can show you how to get the figures in advance. I don't see nobody else but us giving a damn. Ooh, so let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, sucker, kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. I'm gonna watch what you gonna do. See, if you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then chuck a deuce. You throwing off the vibe. Man, I don't die time. It's all about the vibe. All that I got time. I ain't got the goose. Stack with me. Don't come down. The bag is...
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Miami Dolphins. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
All right, come on.
Here's Achane to start the drive. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, they didn't do a lot there to fool anyone. They just came right out and ran the football, but with great success, and that's the way you want to get things started. A nice quick opener for a big game.
Tua now on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. The Dolphins sit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Tua going to throw. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
He's got his target. That's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line. Play action. Now it's Tua. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about
touchdown, Dolphins! A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Xavier Gipson now from his end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Right now, you got 58.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he'll have a Jets 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll have a Jets 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So 2 1st downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And that one too wide and incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. You talk about this Miami defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one, because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 41 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. On 1st down, back to Achane. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him, because as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Looking left side, and it's complete. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it with a third down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here's the Jets punter now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now Hill to return it. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. In motion left goes a tight end. On play action. Now Rodgers. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And this returnable for Hill. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Now Achane on 1st and 10. 55 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That is caught. Down inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 43 yards. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Here's Hill on the return. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 2 minutes to play. First half, it's 14-0.
Go ahead.
2nd down and 8.
Hey.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And his throw here is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Wide open receiver complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28. A gain of 22. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Up the middle, Achane. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Rodgers now on first down. Open man here is Conklin. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. In motion right is Wilson.
Now here's a fake on the jet sweep and a play action now for Rodgers. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Tua. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front, The front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quentin Williams. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
At the 44-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. This one deep for Wilson. And that is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there as time expires in the first half. And
Yo,
the Jets have a chance to tie the game here in the final
I just did some
seconds of the
crazy
half.
shit, bro, with Brian Thomas.
Boy, Charles,
I'm
this
gonna send-
offense is
yeah, I'm
just
about to
so
send you the clip.
explosive. They
Good.
lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Just monster fuck out of Jalen Ramsey.
State about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Second down and 6 now. Rodgers going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First down, Jets.
Rodgers again now. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll look to run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Running left, Achane. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. A give left side. Here's Achane. Taken down at the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, Tua. Flushed it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Will McDonald able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Now it's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there. Forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Watch out for Hill on the return. A very good return that time. 18 yards.
And they will take over first and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
Tua going to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's H.M. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now Tua. He's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give him 30 yards there.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down.
I'm about to cut the shit short, cut the shit too long.
Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on
Yeah, we're
offense
down 14 zip, so I ain't gonna if I lose this show, I ain't gonna feel too bad,
This is
honestly.
the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Tua. He's got his target. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. 3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Quentin Williams, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Crazy balls on him.
A 34-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
I think that's what this is. He might get some. They'll cover 0 now.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. 4th quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago, and it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On play action, Rodgers. This one finds Wilson downfield. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there, a 1st down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route.
And this is taken in.
I was waiting to do that fucking halfback wheel all game, bro.
Breece Hall.
He was in 0 all game. That's on you. Should have been it.
12 on the season. And the Jets are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
But you know,
and
of course
it's
I missed
no
the field.
good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, let's go.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. This is caught inside the 15. And finally down it goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Now Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
Rodgers will throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more.
Dolphins 17.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have.
He's got a man complete.
Down the right sideline.
Touchdown Dolphins. A great play there. 75 yards.
And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So down a couple scores, only one timeout left. You figure they have to get this one. And the Jets have got it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Hall on a give up the middle.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Rodgers throwing here.
Now he's loose again.
Touchdown Jets. A great effort there. 37 yards.
And the Jets are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. Second and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on fourth down.
Hey, get set.
One final try for Tagovailoa. They'll try and lay this out for Chosen. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Jets come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball.